Welcome to our next series of What Care is Right for You. Welcome back, Dr. Alan McCord at Kent East Chiropractic, and today we're going to talk to you about blood pressure. And blood pressure, well, everybody has blood pressure. Blood pressure is actually based on two numbers, and it's taken by a sphygmomanometer, I think is what it's actually called. And you put this around your upper arm, it's pumped up, and you listen to some beats. Pardon me while I get my props out here, but you listen to some beeps through a stethoscope. We're listening for the first heartbeat through the on the test, and that becomes our systolic, which is the top number. That's usually a bigger number, and then the diastolic, which is the bottom number. And what those two numbers are is the top number is actually the number that's elicited when your heart is in maximum pump. So when your heart's fully compressed, that's the number that you're going to get. The bottom number is a lessened number, and that's the constant pressure that's in your blood vascular system. And so everybody does have blood pressure. The topic we're going to talk about is what we call high blood pressure or hypertension. And there's many different causes. In fact, they have actually a term that they describe. It's called idiopathic, which means the cause is really not known of what is actually generating a higher than normal blood pressure. Or that's called hypertension. Hypotension is where you have less than normal blood pressure, lower than normal. Your blood pressure number is not something that's always constant. Your blood pressure is going to fluctuate. If you're in an anxious state, your blood pressure could go up 10 or 20 points. If you've been exercising, it could go up. If you're dealing, just with a stressful emotional day, your blood pressure is going to be higher. Caffeine, actually drinking a couple of cups of coffee, can actually raise your blood pressure as well. And so the term idiopathic means that the doctors, medical doctors, don't really know. They tied it back to sometimes maybe some kidney dysfunction. Actually, it can be other things like lifestyle habits. Lifestyle habits or conditions, maybe some overweight, less than normal activity, or maybe heightened activity. Smoking can cause your blood pressure to go up. Dehydration, when your body's dehydrated, it can make the pressure in your blood vascular system surge as well. Stresses, we talked just a moment about that. When you're under a lot of stress, your blood pressure is going to go up. And these are normal reactions given conditions. So we really could say, another one good thing is spinal dysfunction can actually cause your blood pressure to be higher than normal. And when we're talking about lifestyle habits, really that could be the cause, where the high blood pressure is not the cause, it's really a symptom. And so doctors should be actually guiding people more on lifestyle habits, maybe losing some weight, getting into a routine activity, getting some aerobic activity, dealing with their stress levels, getting better sleep. Those kinds of things can all play in to impacting your blood pressure. However, the default for most, particularly in the medical profession, is drugs. And you know a lot of people that are probably on some type of high blood pressure medication, everything from Cinepril to Losartan. Metoprolol is another one that actually can affect your blood pressure. One thing they like to do a lot too is put you on a diuretic, and diuretics are drugs that cause your body to drain water out of them. So it's like taking a wet sponge and wringing it out. Your body normally should be about 75% water. And so what happens when they put you on a diuretic, it drains the water out of your body so that it has less pressure on your blood vascular system, thereby lowering it. The only downside to that is there are side effects to becoming dehydrated and not having proper hydration. And so the kinds of, and there's, by the way, side effects, as you know, with every medication that most people will be taking, there's always side effects, and that would include weakness, sensitivity, joint aches, confusion, lack of energy, numbness in the extremities, depression, anger, moodiness. All of those can be actually side effects to taking these drugs for hypertension. And so one of the great things about chiropractic is there's been a number of studies over the last multiple decades that have found that when you're under chiropractic care, it can literally influence your blood pressure. One study they did of 50 patients with hypertension, they found that there was a significant lowering of blood pressure and with correcting the atlas, which is the top vertebra here in the neck. That was a profound study. Actually, that one just came out about several years ago. There was another study of 75 patients with abnormal blood pressure that began chiropractic care. And many of the patients were on high blood pressure medications and still had high blood pressure. In addition to chiropractic, they advised them on dietary changes along with eliminating stomach sleeping and high pillows, which can prop your head up. And before chiropractic, the average blood pressure in 67 hypertensive patients was an average of 163/93, which is a high average there. And after this care that they came under, it dropped down to 130/82. So pretty significant impact there in blood pressure by putting these people under some lifestyle choices, primarily chiropractic. And by the way, the low blood pressure patients of these 75 that were under care, their blood pressures went from 100/67 before to afterwards that went up to 114/76. So those blood pressures normalize. So it's not, chiropractic care is not going to always lower your blood pressure. It just helps your body function on a better level. It helps to balance your body and allow it to function as it normally should. So if you know people that are dealing with blood pressure issues, they absolutely should be seen chiropractically, and we see a lot of those people right here at our office. Glad to have taken this time to share this information with you on what care is right for you dealing with blood pressure. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you're not on our website, you can click onto that at www.kenteastchiro.com and check out some more of these videos. And it's always good to have you here. Hope this information was helpful, and thank you very much for joining us. Dr. McCord at Kent East Chiropractic.